I was a very sick child. I was sick a lot, like all the time. I was one of those frequent flyers at the hospital. Just constant antibiotics, my first surgery at 9. And then from that point on, it was just downhill. And never knew why, didn't really understand. I had a very poor mother. She was a 16-year-old runaway, didn't finish high school. She's amazing. She's an amazing human being. But life was not easy. There was a lot of trauma, a lot of drama growing up, and not a lot of money or education. So my best friends were the leprechaun, the tiger, the captain. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So I grew up on processed foods. And the combination of the stress and the lousy food, the lousy diet, really wreaked havoc on my health. By the time I told you by the time I was 9, I had surgery, and you know, I was that frequent flyer in the hospital. I was sick a lot. I was not a healthy child. And I never understood why, and I didn't like it. And my family was not much better. Illness was just something we thought we had to deal with. Then at about 15, another incident happened. I was walking to high school, not that far from here, actually. I was walking to high school, 8:30 in the morning, and I was attacked by this guy, big guy in a suit, never saw it coming. And he tried to drag me down an alley. And I fought with him. He was grabbing very private parts of my body, and I fought very hard. He was dragging me down an alley, and I knew I was going to be raped if I didn't fight hard. And I fought very hard, and I got away from him, and I was one of the lucky people who did. And for about a week, I was really scared. No one would let me walk anywhere, and I was really scared. And then it just clicked, and I don't know why it did, but it did. And I hope anyone who's ever been through something like that, that happens for you. It clicked for me, and I thought, you know what? I'm not willing to live my life as a victim because of someone else's bad choices. That's not okay with me. And I developed this warrior mentality, this thought process, and I did everything I could to be strong. I literally taped a picture of Ms. Olympia to my mirror. Like, that was a big deal to me. I started working out in a gym. I didn't want to be that twiggy type of, you know, Victoria's Secret model looking skinny. I wanted to be strong. I wanted to be fit. I wanted to, like, have this energy about me that no one would mess with, right? So that's what I did. And I felt pretty good about it. And things were pretty good for a while. And then when I was 23, I was attacked again. And it was a sucker punch I never saw coming, because it came from inside my own body. And you just don't see that coming. I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer, which didn't sound that bad at first, but it had metastasized. And after several surgeries and treatments, and the depression set in, and I literally was just knocked flat to the mat. It was really hard to get up. It took everything I had to get back up. I was on 9 medications at one point, medications to manage the side effects of other medications. It was really a struggle. And then one day I thought about it, and it clicked again. And I went, you know what? You're a warrior mentally so that you don't feel vulnerable to perpetrators, right? Then why can't you be a warrior for your health? And it just sort of clicked. You have to have that same energy, that same mentality, that same thought process, because it's a war. Make no mistake about it. It's a war.